Welcome, adventurer, to the back office. Let's watch some Knightmare. Originally broadcast in 1987, believe it or not. It's a long time ago, guys. I used to love this. Look at this. It's so exciting. Comic book style, opening sequence. Nothing like what the show actually was.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to the Castle of Confusion. Phase with us
Old
now,
Hugo here,
for this is the
playing
time
Treeguard.
of
Treeguard, the Dungeon
Treeguard,
Master.
issue the challenge. Beyond that portal lies the Dungeon of Deceit, which I alone have mastered. But those of you who cross the boundaries of time,
it's fantastic.
must
This is no
master
Amdram stuff.
the first is now without, so enter, stranger. Who challenges my dungeon?
David Campbell.
David Campbell. Is that sort of a pink shirt?
Previous experience.
Very brave. Brave for the 80s.
Yes, I have.
Very well. And what reward do you seek here?
I seek knighthood.
That will not be possible. Only the first step to knighthood can be taken here. Squiredom is the reward for surviving.
God, you know, sorry guys, I'm being very quiet here, and that's because
and the silver
it's
spurs of the
captivating me.
squire
You know, just
will
this
be
is the first time I've watched it since, you know, being a child, and
Now you
it's
know you may
just
have
sort
three
of
advisors to aid you
drawing
on
me
your
in.
quest.
You know, it's
Call them to us, please.
I am Treeguard's, you know,
David,
plaything in his
listen,
dungeon of
come.
despair. Oh, deceit,
Well,
sorry, not despair.
Well, I can't say I'm over-impressed, but then appearances, as we know, are so often deceptive. Who guides this dungeoneer?
So if you're watching from a
I'm
country
David
that's
Head
never
from
had
Cranfield
Nightmare,
in Bedfordshire.
just to cut a long story short,
James
basically
Hoggett from
you
Woodford,
have a
Bedfordshire.
bunch of kids appear
Listen
like
right,
this,
from
and those three
Cranfield,
guys
Bedfordshire.
are
Well, I'm
helping
sure
the
you'll do.
other guy
Maybe
who's in the sort of pink shirt navigate the maze. And to make things more interesting, the guy who's navigating the maze is about to wear this helmet.
Your quest
Let's hear what
through the
let's
dungeon
hear what the helmet's
is
called. I
fortune
can't remember.
and Justice. Justice, of course, is blind. And when you don this helmet, you also become blind. Although you'll find there's just enough vision to examine
Yeah, just look
and
down at
collect
your feet.
objects from directly beneath. The others remain here, where with magic they can be your eyes. Their voices will reach you through the helmet. Now the dungeon ahead is an alien place, and so to sustain your progress, a sprite of energy
good,
will
isn't it?
travel with you. This
Again, these are sort of
is
those
its
early
manifestation.
graphics.
It
Probably
is
an
your
Amiga
own
or
life
an
force,
Acorn
and must be
Archimedes with a
fed
Genlock.
food, which you will find occasionally on your quest.
I've always wondered if the
This
character
is
here was
condition
sort of
three.
based on someone in particular.
On condition red,
I've always been
you
too
are in
lazy to go and
great
Google
peril.
it, but I suspect it's
For this
probably
is
like
no
the
game for a player
producer's
with
son or
numerous
something.
lives, and when this one's done, your adventure is over. To feed your life force, you must
I always found that the whole sort of
in this
energy
knapsack.
disappearing, life
But place
forcey
only
energy
food there,
bar.
for any other objects would also
It was
be
all a bit
consumed.
contrived,
You will, of
really.
course, find other
It didn't
objects on
seem
your
to
quest.
have any
Use
sort of
them, and
consistency,
use them
so
with
they could
care.
sort of.
And remember,
At one
you may
point,
carry
be really
only
low on energy, and there's like almost a skeletal
Now, I am
figure,
constrained to
and
offer you
then the next
certain
one, it's kind of
final
recovered again.
warnings. So listen to my words very carefully. On your quest, I shall be with you, and yet not with you. For there are places in the dungeon where even I may not safely go. The way to truth
I remember once seeing a speaker at a conference. I don't know if he was a keynote one or not, but he was the guy who owned the company that made all the special effects for Knightmare and a bunch of these
The
shows back
only
in
way
the
is
day.
onward.
And he was sort of pioneering
There is
all of these
no
sort of computer
turning back.
technologies and, again, gen
Well,
locking.
You still wish to
Certain
enter
amount
the
of.
quest?
I don't think it was quite real-time
Yes,
rendering,
I do.
but you know, near enough
Turn then.
what you could possibly achieve on those sort of equipment at the time. And yeah, it's sort of quite fascinating, really. We watch this now and we're sort of laughing, but remember at the time they were really kind of. They're doing well to get this out as sort of this weekly show.
Ahead of you on the wall there are two doors with portcullises in them. To your right and left diagonally there are also two portcullises, two exits. And
I've never thought about this, but what about? I'm going to watch an episode of Knightmare with my eyes closed, just to sort of imagine if this is sort of like a text adventure game.
The nearest one to you is E. Open. They spell open.
You're wasting energy, team. There's small chance of success if you allow this simple puzzle to
Alright.
floor you.
Let's go to that portcullis and just tell him to stay open.
Well, take the right step.
Oh, look, he just gave away the whole thing.
And turn left a bit. Forward until I say stop.
Remember, that which
Turn
does
left
not
slightly.
read right must be spelt correctly.
And say open.
Open.
Traegar's just basically
Oh,
told them the
wait,
puzzle.
Perhaps you can pick the letters up.
Come on, guys. But see, it's quite tedious. So you know they're going to have to walk between the letters in the right order, right? But
And walk across the
something that would take like
That's it.
2 seconds on a show like the Crystal Maze. Do you remember the Crystal Maze? That was sort
Turn right
of
slightly.
somewhat similar vein
Walk
for
straight
adults.
forward, faces.
But this, you're just watching it because you're kind of screaming at the screen, aren't you?
Remember,
Stop.
spelt
Oh.
correctly.
Oh yeah. Alright. Turn round completely.
Turn round completely a bit more.
Alright, walk forward until I say stop.
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 Turn right.
Turn right.
90 degrees. Stop.
Forward
Oh
a bit.
my god.
Stop.
See what I mean? It's frustrating,
Turn
isn't it,
right
now
again.
when you watch it?
Right. Now walk
Kids
forward
just
one
wouldn't have the
small pace.
attention span to
Right
even
again.
bear watching this now.
Walk forward another small pace. Alright. Now turn walk
His
forward
face is already starting to
3
melt.
spaces. Right, now turn right. And walk forward a few spaces.
See, I'd have had it as he walked over the end. It would go. No, start again.
Forward. Right, stop. Turn right. Walk forward. Right, stop. Turn right. Forward.
Right, so look at him now. You can see his skeleton. Okay, he's down to a skeletal figure. Let's see next time that energy bar pops up if he's still at that level. I've even got a pad next to me. I'm going to draw a little picture of a skeleton.
Turn right. Walk forward.
Just to remind myself, I'm drawing the chunks of flesh on it.
Where am I?
You're in a smallish room with a door in the wall in front of you and a door in the wall to your right. There is a table in the middle of the room. Right, David, walk forward until I say stop. Stop. Turn right. You take a step
Now
forward.
there were some sort of carry limits, like the bag. You could only have a certain amount of objects. Let's see what they say.
Right.
See, skeletal thing gone.
Now, there's also a ruby on the table. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, well, we'll try taking
You
that.
have delayed too long in this chamber. A manifestation is now occurring. Stand quite still.
So if you eat a certain food and stuff, you'll recover your energy. But what's the point? You just have to move to the next screen to reset it.
You are relatively fortunate. This is a wall monster, category level 1. Such minor malignants feed on life force, but usually allow their victims to survive. Because they're not very bright, they delight in
Come on, come on.
stupidity. In this case, your stupidity.
A
You
wall
must defeat
monster.
him with wit, and when he speaks,
The weakest
you
of all
must
monsters.
answer.
I am Olgoth of legend. I have riddles of different kinds, of different legends. 3 riddles have I,
come on.
and truth is what I seek. 1 truth will pass you
I'm going
on.
to play along on this.
2 may aid you. 3 commands me.
Come on, I'm
Name
turning skeletal here.
all 3, and I feed on you.
Listen, team. With 1 solution, you may proceed. With 2, you gain some knowledge which may be of help. With all 3, this dismal creature will gift you that magic which he does possess. Fail 3 times, and all could be lost.
Here is my first. Of earth I was born. Deep fires tempered me. Mountains slept on me. My father was younger than I, and a sculptor gave me my face. What am I
Stone.
made of?
David, I think we have the answer to the riddle.
Right, what is it?
Could you try saying stone, please?
Storm.
I love if we just said David.
Accepted. Here is my second. Made like me, the mountain stands, the tallest object in our land. Give name to him.
I wasn't paying attention. I bloody missed that. Ask him to say it again.
I don't know. Might be stone again.
One riddle, one answer. Name it now.
Right, David, try stone again then.
Stone.
Falsehood. Ben Nevis was the truth I sought. Here is my third.
Try and get this one.
Once, by magic I was cleft. Deep in my chest a sword was left. 10 years of pain I then endured. Then came a prince who pulled it forth. Name him
Arthur!
Arthur.
Yeah, King Arthur. Arthur. David, try Arthur. King Arthur.
King Arthur.
Truth accepted. Two is the score, you may know more. Justice lies on the right, but he who seeks it must be fleet of foot. I hunger,
Right.
yet we may meet again.
Guys, really, I was patiently waiting. I thought there was another question there.
Objects now. Right. Turn left.
You must take some objects.
All right, David, take the ruby.
And will I take the candle holder or will I take the charm?
Try taking the charm. Don't put it in the
Don't put it in the
knapsack.
back.
Right,
Take the charm as well.
right.
Why don't you just put it all in
Now
a
turn
knapsack?
left.
Hurry, team, or something.
I can't remember the rules.
Stop!
There will be a
Turn
fun.
right. Left slightly. Left slightly. Walk forward.
I love this
am I?
isometric sort of.
David, you're in a smallish
View.
room. There are 2 exits. You just came through one. There's another one to your left.
Did you consider sort of other TV shows at the time, like Catchphrase? These graphics were well good.
Turn left. Walk forward. Another one.
Another one, quickly.
Quickly.
Another one.
Bomb explosion
Just
imminent.
Quickly.
Turn left a bit.
I'm trying to work out now if it was sort of is the bomb. All the artwork looks hand
Left a
drawn.
bit. Right,
Stop, right.
stop. Right a bit.
Yeah, the
Right.
bomb thing has a good
Walk forward.
shadow effect going on. You know.
Where am I?
David, you're in a rocky cavern. You're standing on the edge of a chasm, right? So don't
Chasm.
move.
I prefer that.
Chasm's
Chasm.
Now,
Right, Chaz?
At the top of the cavern, there is a serpent's head, and across the chasm is a woman.
Warning, team. She commands here. She will not tolerate my presence. Even as I speak, she rejects me. She rejects
That's
me.
quite a popular sort of thing that Treguard does when there's a warning. That warning,
No
team.
master, but a mistress rules here. I am called Lilith, and this is my domain. And the only
Lilith.
way beyond
Wasn't she
is
on
through
Blake
the
7?
serpent's
This was
mouth.
what was her name? The bloody Darth Vader one.
What is more,
I'm probably
I
wrong.
do not particularly care for visitors, especially when they arrive unannounced and are most unsuitably attired. You certainly cannot stay.
Why would you want to stay in
And
a
so you
rocky,
must leave. And
rocky
when you do
chasm,
so,
as they say on this rocky chasm?
kindly use
So she's
the
like hanging out on the ledge
exit.
next to Snakehead
Just a few
Hole.
steps
I mean, that's
forward, please.
not really sure what you get out of that. I'd be worried because you know I like to nap,
Not.
and
Don't move.
I'd be so worried that I'd just fall asleep and roll off the end. That'd be it.
Chitter, chatter,
Into
chitter.
Treguard's bottomless pit
Beware,
of,
spies.
you know.
I can not only
continuous
hear you,
torment.
I can see you too. Pay attention, boy, and listen to me. Now, for some small consideration, I might just spare you and allow you to leave through the serpent's mouth. Have you anything that might interest me?
The ruby, Jock. Offer the ruby.
I've got the ruby.
A ruby! Oh, bring it to me. Hurry, boy, hurry!
Don't move.
Oh, wait. First, I must summon the causeway. If only I could
throw the ruby at her
remember
head.
how to do it. Ah, yes. Rock to rock and stone to stone, span the pit and
I
cross
just
the
realised something.
zone.
Surely she should remember that all the time
Now,
because
bring it
she's
to me, boy.
always. How does she perambulate
David,
around that area?
What are you spaces?
She just hang out in
Going,
one
David.
spot.
Bring it.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Ha 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 ha!
Boy.
And you turn right. Turn right.
Thank you.
Forward.
Watch. You see that there? You missed that. See how he's walking into the scenery?
Right.
I love that. I love when they don't line up the door correctly and they just walk through a door frame. But the producers are just like, yeah, that's fine. Fuck it. Just like, ignore that. It's good enough. One take. Cut.
This is patrolled by the army of the dead. Exit with haste, or your quest ends now.
All right, David, you heard me, did you? You heard him, did you? Yeah. All right, take 3 steps forward. All right, there's a symbol next to the door on your left, which is the same as the charm in your hands. All right, turn left. And step
Sidestep
forward 3
right.
spaces.
Sidestep
All right,
right.
stop, turn right. Forward 3. All right, stop. Now enter that door. Turn left. Where am I?
I've got to look up the Stuart Ashen's version of this because apparently he was playing in or around or doing something with Knightmare. It was mentioned to me. But I imagine as an adult you should be able to nail this. If you've got a team of adult, whatever you call those 3 guys, advisors, they should be super descriptive of what they're doing.
Warning, team. You should have taken the magic
You're
lamp
flat.
when you had the chance. It would have been enough to have remembered the symbol. Now I can do nothing for you, even if I wished. This darkness is caused by something which doesn't like intruders. Even now it's making its dislike felt. Look
You know they were
at
going to
your
wind it
life
up because they
force
started his life force well low, didn't they? He was already skeletal.
Yeah, hold the charm up.
Falconhoof. Welcome, adventurer.
Oh dear, what a pity. Never mind. David, it seems, has come to a decidedly sticky end. And so I'm afraid team has your particular adventure. By the way, if you're worried about David and what you're going to say to his parents, you needn't be. Just look in your magic mirror and you'll see that David, although he perished in the dungeon, has survived in the reality you call your time. Time now for you to join him.
Oh, I love that.
Spellcasting. D-I-S.
I love that. I forgot that. Spellcasting. B-Y-E. B-Y-E. Those are some seriously hardcore magical
You did well. I'm afraid you came an awful
runes
cropper.
there. You know, if you think about it,
Behind you,
the spell is just literally the word. I wish I could.
So
You know,
farewell,
maybe if you're so
David.
powerful, that's all a spell is. You
Lucian,
just literally say the word, like Wally Kazam, and it just happens.
Oh, well, life goes on, or not, as they say. And there is
T-E-A.
Time flies. The
No.
dungeon wins and challenges still. But who shall be next to pick up the gauntlet? Enter, stranger. Who dares the dungeon next?
Maeve McAvoy.
Well, stand not on ceremony then, or time becomes our enemy. Call your advisors to us, please.
Christina. David.
You know, I'm not going to like diss someone who I don't know, but I kind of think if I was going to go on telly, I'm pretty sure I'd be wearing more than just a t-shirt and the tracky bottoms.
I'm Lee Miller from
It feels a bit underdressed, even for
Now
you
that
know
we have
traversing
victims,
this
I
dungeon
mean
of doom.
team, we can commence. You will have read
I'm
the
trying to
rules of
rack my
ritual and the
brains.
adventurer's
Perhaps back in the
code.
80s, a
But
t-shirt
first,
and
for those who merely watch,
tracksuit bottoms was a pretty
brief
cool thing,
reminder.
but maybe shell suits
Here
came in a
is the
little bit
helmet of
later.
justice, which blinds
I think
you
shell
to
suits
where
are still
head.
cool now.
Here the knapsack for food to feed your life force. 2 objects only may you carry if you discover objects on your quest. Choose cautiously and use magic or the weapons of your enemy with care. A word of warning, the dungeon is obscure, so any knowledge of previous quests will be of little use.
How much knowledge of previous quests can they have? They were just waiting in the green room, right?
Green and your
It's not like they were
spirit
watching
alive.
Knightmare
The silver
before because
spurs
this is series 1,
thrive
episode
await
1.
your success. But remember, once embarked, the only way is onward.
If I recall, though, they
There
did
is
reuse a
no
lot of the
turning
sets
back.
and the ideas, but they just did
Well made.
juggle it about.
Are
So if
you
you remember
ready
at the
to
beginning, there was a
enter
bit
the
when he was talking to the wall monster, there was
Very well.
one open door on the right and a blocked off door frame
Then
straight ahead. They'll probably swap
It's
that
the
around
dungeon
now.
door, and step forward.
Where am I?
You're in a room with 4 doors, 2 in front and 1 on either side.
Right.
And the locking, you've
Oh
got
my gosh, that's a
hot
bit
glues
more
on the floor.
And there's all letters appearing on the floor.
There's letters on your feet.
Next to the door.
You're
Come on,
wasting
show us the letters
energy,
again.
team. There's more chance of success. You allow this simple puzzle to defeat you. To open the way ahead, you seek a magic word. And just as with all spells, it must be spelt correctly.
S-M-C-F-A-E.
Find out what the word is.
Yeah, it's sesame.
What, as in
As in
right.
walk forward.
Go
until we say
straight
stop.
forward. Just stop.
Oh, sesame.
Go forward again.
Slightly forward. Stop. That's it.
I like that the letters didn't disappear this time around. They've mixed it up, haven't they?
Turn to your right. And turn to your right again. Step
And
forward.
Stop.
Can you figure out how they're compositing
Turn to your
this,
left.
guys, are playing along at home? Because you can
And
see that the
again,
letters are actually appearing over the
And walk
character.
forward. Turn to your left again. Oh, yeah.
A.
Turn to your left again.
Left.
And then
walk
again.
straight forward.
No.
No.
Am I walking straight forward?
No. Turn to your left again. Now, a little bit to the right. Just a little bit.
Just walk
forward.
Walk forward, yeah.
That's not the E that comes
Oh,
out.
no.
Right, turn to the right.
Right. Now
Walk
walk straight
forward.
Stop. M. Straight round.
I love this.
Turn right.
There's just no coaching
Right.
at all before they
Right.
get
Walk
on this good. They have to
forward.
learn their way, and this screen is just basically their whole training, their whole in-game
Stop.
tutorial of how to play
To the
Knightmare.
right.
Yes. Right.
Now walk forward.
Walk forwards.
Stop.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. Go-
Turn right.
I might have a look to see if there's a PC game of this. I think that
Warning, team. Complete temporal disruption approaching.
if I can play the PC
Time
game at
is
home,
now
I think
the
it would
enemy.
make an easy one, but to do.
Oh dear.
That's it now. Look, see how time has
Temporal
stopped?
disruption complete. Time flies, as the Romans would say. And although all continues in your world, here time has flown. All adventuring must now cease.
So they just
until
recorded
you feel
everything in a
once
big old
more.
block till they reckon
Now
they would have
team
had a
triumph.
season's worth of footage, and that's it. They just
Oh,
cut it
without
whenever they want.
engineer, come to us to the
Resume
end.
next week.
And if
Brilliant.
so,
If you think of
why
how little
should
editing you have to
care?
do, it's just
For
fantastic.
Here, nothing is real, and everything must surely be an illusion. Join us again for Knightmare. And just keep telling yourself, it's only a game, isn't it?
Fantastic. So there we go, Knightmare. Yeah, I didn't really have much to comment on Knightmare. I rather enjoyed that. I can't be particularly scathing about it because it's pretty good. You know, despite it taking like 20 minutes of my time just now, I don't feel I've been cheated out of those 20 minutes. So I'm gonna sort of dig out more Knightmare and maybe make it part of my weekly routine again. As ever, thanks for watching.
Is your family up for a challenge? Celebrate Olympic year by taking part in our brand new action-adventure show, House of Games. Just log on to challenge.co.uk for more details.